We just read this story, Henri's Scissors, and we were able to learn a little bit more about the artist Henri Matisse. Before we start our activity today, I think we need to know a little bit more about him. You might want to read this as Henri Matisse, but we need to pronounce his name Henri Matisse. In French, we don't pronounce the H very often. Look at these two paintings. On the left, that was one of Henri's first paintings. And then you look on the right, which is about 60 years later, and that's one of his last paintings. Why do you think his style changed so much? There was a time when Henri Matisse went to school so that he could learn from other artists. Look at these two paintings. On the left side, we see a painting by Paul Cézanne, and on the right side is a painting by Matisse. We can see that he was very influenced by Paul Cézanne. Influenced means that you are inspired by somebody else. Don't they look so similar? When Matisse was in his 70s, he acquired cancer. This made him very sick, and he was too ill to paint anymore. He wasn't sure what he could do, and that's when he started cutting out shapes. He called it drawing with scissors. It wasn't that easy to buy colored paper around the 1950s, so Henri had his assistants paint paper into different colors, and he used that to cut out his shapes. He would take the shapes and place several together, making collages. They often are very bold colors. Henri died on November 5th, 1954. He was almost 85 years old. He had been an artist for more than 60 years. He made paintings, sculptures, drawings, costumes for ballets, cutouts, books, and even stained glass windows. Henri was hardly ever happy with his art, but he hoped that it made other people feel happy. Does it make you feel happy? Matisse's artwork always makes me happy because he had such a variety of styles. He continued figuring out a way to share his gifts even when the way he used to do it didn't work for him anymore. So now it's time for us to try drawing with scissors. You will need some paper and of course some scissors. No pencils are needed for this project. I'm starting with some scissors and I'm choosing a piece of paper. I start cutting out any old shape, nothing that's planned. Then I decide I want to try to cut out a human-looking shape. Let's see how it works out. Once your shapes are cut out, you can put them in different configurations on your desk. That means you can try them in different spots, in different order, and don't forget the pieces that you've cut off. You might be able to use those too. I've used a glue stick to stick down the shapes that I want in the spots that I want on my page to make a collage. Now I've added black marker just to add a little more detail. What will you create when you start drawing with scissors?